Jacqueline Toboroff is a journalist and the author of Supermoms Activated, and Joseph Pinion is a former New York U.S. Senate candidate and rejoins us now. We're watching all this. What's your thought? I mean, I know you're probably not a royal follower, but your thought on this and how it brings the countries together.
Well, look, my mother was born in Jamaica, raised in England, and then fled to the United States for opportunity, as many people do. Look, there is something beautiful about these stories, the king, the queen coming to remind people of the special relationship, the ties that bind these two nations. But I often want to remind people on this 250th anniversary of this nation that we fought a war to escape tyranny of a king. That as you see what is happening now, we used to have a great relationship where we had great prime ministers, the Tony Blairs of the world, the Camerons of the world, the Theresa Mays of the world. You can barely keep track of the prime ministers now, and I think it shows in the deterioration of their relationship with the United States. As they have drifted with their affinity for us, I believe that their actual influence on the global stage has also declined. And so I think it is a time of choosing now. Are they going to follow the example of the king, even though we will follow them no more? Or are they going to continue to go down this path where they think that they can go it along, that the long heritage of the UK means more than the actual special bonds that we have here with America?
Yeah, yesterday I talked about the old UK and the new UK, and the king and the prime minister kind of are different ilks.
Well, one of the big challenges the UK has also, and we had, our Israeli guest on, is battling anti-Semitism with the stabbing of two, Jewish folks in northern London. But obviously, look, getting back to this visit, it was successful, and President Trump seemed genuinely, he got a kick out of it. He seemed to jive with Prince Charles, and that's a good thing ultimately for our relationship, politics aside.
Yeah, I think, look, it's a moment, and a lot has transpired in the past 25 years. The UK is unrecognizable, and quite frankly, New York City is unrecognizable. And it was nice to have that reprieve, but it is a moment. And look, you see who's really in charge in the UK. King Charles is sick, and I think we have to be realistic. We shouldn't be overly giddy about this. It's great they are establishing more transatlantic trade, $430 billion. There was an important meeting at Rockefeller Center with pretty much the global economy there. Again, these are important, but I think normal people seeing what's going on have, I think their hopes are somewhat jettisoned.
I mean, look, I love them. God bless them. But we have a very kind man, a very kind woman who live on stolen land funded by taxpayer dollars. That is the reality of what's going on over there. They have no real authority to do anything on behalf of the nation here except for perhaps guide their countrymen towards their better angels. But I do think, again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, as you see the deterioration in London, as you see them trying to clamp down on the very freedoms that inspired the American Revolution here 250 years ago, it appears that not only have they lost us as that special friend in this special relationship, they might lose their own country. So the history is great, the pomp and circumstances are great, long live the king. But let's be very clear about the fact that the nation might not survive much longer if they keep going.
Well,
challenges remain.
That would be a shame, because they do, as a royal family, they do a lot of charity work, and I think do inspire people through their position, such that it may be. But thank you very much for joining us, Jacqueline and Joseph. You'll be back with us.